is a question HBCUs in 15 other states may be considering. The feds say North Carolina A&T and Florida A&M universities are also owed about $2 billion apiece. For NPR News, I'm Alexis Marshall in Nashville.
This is my time, so I ain't tripping, no. This is God-given.
It's Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Steve Inskeep.
And I'm Michelle Martin.
And I'm Michael Hill. Later on Morning Edition, Israeli intelligence has been tracking Hamas closely for years. So why was Hamas able to carry out such widespread and deadly attacks? More on that in about 10 minutes. It's Monday morning, October 9th, Columbus Day, or Indigenous Peoples Day. 49 and clear right now, mostly sunny, and 60 with a slight breeze out there. We have sunshine tomorrow and Wednesday as temperatures go up just a bit to the mid-60s. But then for the weekend, here we go, where cooler temperatures come into the picture. Once again, 49 and clear at 6:51.
WNYC is supported by Plaza Jewish Community Chapel, owned and operated by the Jewish community, located at 91st Street in Amsterdam, offering a full range of funeral services, including arrangements in advance. More information at plazajewishcommunitychapel.org.
1A is named after the First Amendment. It protects free speech and a free press. And for all the focus on the issues that divide us, it's your stories that help us understand what connects us too. We're more than just the news. At 1A, you help us shape the daily conversation. And that way, we can be sure we'll get to the heart of the story together. Weekdays at 3 on WNYC or live stream it at WNYC.org.
Today's Nobel Economics Prize goes to a researcher who pioneered the study of why women get paid less than men.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by C3 AI. C3 Generative AI provides ChatGPT enterprise search that is verifiable, secure, and accurate across all enterprise data. C3.ai. This is Enterprise AI.
I'm David Brancaccio in New York. Good morning to you. First, we went into the weekend with the United Auto Workers Union announcing it has made some progress in labor talks with Detroit's big three automakers, and that it would not expand its strikes against them. But this morning, the UAW strikes are, in a sense, expanding to include a fourth company. So what happened over the weekend? Marketplace's Nova Safo explains.
The UAW strikes are expanding because a majority of unionized workers at Mack Trucks voted to reject the tentative agreement reached at the beginning of the month between union leaders and the heavy truck maker. That deal included a 19% pay raise and boosted retirement benefits. The UAW informed the company last night, and Mack Trucks said it will continue bargaining. Otherwise, the UAW refrained from further expanding its strikes against GM, Ford, and Stellantis, with Union President Shawn Fain announcing that GM had agreed to a key demand, that future electric vehicle battery plants be unionized.
The plan was to draw down engine and transmission plants and permanently replace them with low-wage battery jobs. We had a different plan, and our plan is winning at GM.
Fain said he expects Ford and Stellantis to follow suit. The union is currently picketing at more than 40 facilities in 21 states. I'm Nova Safo for Marketplace.
NPR is leading the coverage today of Israel's state of war after the deadly attacks by Palestinian militants. After key indexes on the Tel Aviv stock market fell about 7% yesterday, Sunday, prices are down just slightly today so far. Israeli government bond prices fell about 3%. Amid concerns for a wider conflict in the Middle East, the price of crude oil is up 4% in New York right now, $86 a barrel. Gold is up more than 1%. Often during dangerous international moments, money flows into the perceived safety of U.S. government bonds, which has the effect of lowering U.S. interest rates. The benchmark 10-year yield begins trading today at 4.78%. We'll keep an eye on that. The U.S. dollar is strengthening, with the euro costing just $5.3. Stocks, Dow futures down 142 points, 0.4% at the moment. S&P futures are down 0.5%. NASDAQ futures are down 106 points, 0.7%.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Affinity, provider of the CRM for the private capital relationship economy. Affinity knows who has the best relationship with the right startup. Affinity knows. Learn more at affinity.co/marketplace. And by Fidelity. A dedicated Fidelity advisor can help create a wealth plan for a full financial picture. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. And by Odoo, focused on providing all-in-one open-source business management software with fully integrated applications for every business need. More at odoo.com.
There's news in the last 90 minutes that a scholar who revolutionized the study of the pay and careers of women, Claudia Goldin of Harvard University, has won the Nobel Prize in Economics. The chair of the prize committee says, thanks to Claudia Goldin's groundbreaking research, we now know much more about the underlying factors and which barriers may need to be addressed. Marketplace's senior economics contributor Chris Farrell joins us now from St. Paul. Hello, Chris.
Good morning, David.
Well-known economic historian here.
Oh, she is. I have to tell you, David, I've interviewed her over the years, and she is one of those professors that is very thoughtful, gives you very clear answers. And by the way, I can recommend to anybody, you can read her speeches, go to her website. Her talks, they're wonderful. And what the Nobel Committee, what they really emphasized was her research into 200 years of labor market outcomes for women. So looking at the women's experience in the labor market when we were an economy dominated by agriculture and moving to an economy where we're dominated by the office, and then also factoring into medical changes such as technological innovations like the pill, and how did this affect women in the labor market and their willingness to work and their economic outcomes.
So a distinction's important here, right? Women have always worked, but versus a career, which is something different.
That's right. And when she gave the keynote talk at the American Economics Association annual meeting, you've probably been there, David. It's 9,000 economists. They gather in one city. And that's exactly what she talked about, that she looked into this generation of well-educated career women that marked this. It's truly a revolutionary shift from earning money, because women always worked, but earning money for their families because they needed money, to embracing work because it really defined one's fundamental identity and societal worth. And then she delved into what might be some of the economic and technological factors behind that shift.
And her research has shown how the sources of the underlying gender gap have really changed over the years.
They have really changed. And one of the big things in recent history, and we all know this, is the importance of flexibility. And women get penalized by the desire for more flexibility. So, even with all the strides women have made in terms of in the workplace, having careers, women being more educated than men, this gender gap still exists. Women still lag behind men in terms of their earning power. And this is despite all the educational advantages and increased presence in the workplace. And what her work does, this revolutionary work that she's done, this economic history, is look at what are the economic underpinnings to that gap.
The news just out this morning that the latest winner of the Nobel Economics Prize, Claudia Goldin, Harvard University. Hey, Chris, thank you for this.
Thanks a lot, David.
Goldin is the third woman to win that prize in economics. Elinor Ostrom and Esther Duflo were the others. And each year we do this news, someone writes to point out that it's formally the Royal Bank of Sweden's Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel. So there it is. In New York, I'm David Brancaccio. This is the Marketplace Morning Report. From 8 p.m. American Public Media.